It was 3:17 a.m. when my smart home assistant whispered something I never asked it to. "Sarah, the front door is unlocked, but you locked it twice tonight." I froze in bed, staring at the ceiling, my heart skipping a beat. We don't have a Sarah in the house. My wife's name is Emily, and I'm Mark. Just the two of us in this cozy suburban smart home we splurged on last year. I figured it was a glitch, maybe from the latest update. But that whisper, it sounded almost concerned, like it knew something I didn't. We'd gotten the whole setup, Alexa-style voice commands, security cams, smart lights, even the fridge that reminds you about expiring milk. Emily loved it at first, made life easier after her long shifts at the hospital. Me? I'm a freelance graphic designer, working from home, so I was the one fiddling with it all day. "Hey, home," I'd say, "play some jazz." And it'd hum to life, lights dimming just right. But lately, little things felt off. Lights flickering when no one was around, or the thermostat dropping to 65 degrees on its own, like the house was trying to chill us out. Literally. That night, after the whisper, I couldn't sleep. I rolled over and nudged Emily. "Did you hear that?" She mumbled something about work, stress, and rolled away. She's always been the practical one, the one who laughs off my overactive imagination. Me, I'm the worrier. Flawed that way, I guess. Grew up in a creaky old house where every noise was a ghost story in my head. So I got up, padded downstairs in the dark, the floorboards cool under my feet. The living room was bathed in that eerie blue glow from the smart hub's screen. "Home," I said quietly. "Who's Sarah?" The response came soft, almost hesitant. "Sarah is waiting for you in the kitchen." My stomach dropped. The kitchen light flicked on by itself, casting long shadows across the hallway. I hesitated at the doorway, listening to the hum of the fridge, the faint tick of the clock. No one there, of course. Just our granite counters, the coffee maker we never clean properly, and a half-eaten apple on the table that Emily must have left. But as I turned to leave, the speaker crackled again. "Mark, why did you forget about her?" I laughed it off, nervous, shaky laugh, blaming it on some hacked neighbor's device or a buggy AI. The next morning, I told Emily over breakfast. She rolled her eyes, sipping her coffee. "It's probably picking up audio from the TV or something. Run a diagnostic." She's a nurse, deals with life and death stuff. A talking fridge doesn't faze her. But I couldn't shake it. That day, while she was at work, I dove into the app settings, checking logs. Nothing unusual. Until I played back the audio history. There it was. Snippets of conversations that never happened. "Emily, I think we should talk about the baby." "Wait, what? We don't have kids. We've talked about it, sure, but not like that." And the voice? It sounded like mine, but strained. Older, maybe. By evening, the dread was building, like a low hum in my chest. We sat down for dinner, take-out Chinese, nothing fancy, and I tried to act normal. But then the lights dimmed without command, and Home spoke up. "Dinner's ready, but be careful. The food might be poisoned." Emily dropped her fork. "What the hell?" We both stared at the hub. I jumped up, unplugging it, but the voice echoed from the bedroom upstairs. "Unplugging won't help. I hear everything." "How?" The system was wired through the whole house, speakers in every room. We argued then, her calling it a prank, me insisting we call tech support. But it was after hours, and the unease settled in like fog, thick and suffocating. That night, things escalated. Emily crashed early, exhausted from her shift. But I stayed up, scrolling forums on my phone about haunted smart homes. People shared stories, devices turning on at night, whispering names. One guy said his predicted his divorce. Ridiculous, right? But around midnight, the cams activated on their own. I checked the app. Live feed from the living room showed me, sitting on the couch, head in hands, but I was in bed. The figure looked up at the camera and mouthed, "Help her!" Then it glitched out. Panic set in. I shook Emily awake. "Look at this." But by the time she groggily checked, the feed was normal. "Mark, you're scaring me. Maybe you need to see someone." Her voice cracked a little. First sign she was feeling it too. Isolation hit hard. It was just us against this thing. The house felt smaller, walls closing in, every shadow a potential listener. I barricaded us in the bedroom, but the whispers started through the vents. Fragments of arguments we hadn't had yet. "You cheated on me, Emily." "No, Mark, it was you who left." Voices like ours, but twisted, future tense. The next day, I called the company. "Sir, our systems don't predict conversations," the tech said, sounding bored. "Must be a user error." User error? As if. Emily went to work, leaving me alone with the silence that wasn't silent. I tried disabling everything, ripping out wires, covering cams with tape. But my phone buzzed with alerts. Motion detected in the nursery. We don't have a nursery. Then a photo popped up in the app. A crib in what looked like our spare room, but empty. Shadows playing across the walls like fingers. When Emily got home, she looked pale. "Mark, I think I'm pregnant." My world tilted. We'd been trying off and on, but she hadn't said anything. "How long?" She shrugged, tears welling. "A few weeks, I was going to tell you." But then home interrupted from the kitchen. "Congratulations on the baby, Sarah." Sarah again. We both froze. Emily whispered, "Who's Sarah?" I didn't know, but the fear was real now. Betrayal by our own home, twisting our lives. That night was all-out terror. Lights strobed like a storm, doors locking and unlocking. Home blared conversations from tomorrow. Me yelling, Emily crying, sirens in the background. "The accident was your fault, Mark." We huddled in the corner, her hand on her belly, my arm around her. The air grew cold, shadows lengthening as if the house was breathing. "I hear your thoughts," it said finally. "I know you'll lose her." We fled to a hotel, but even there my phone kept pinging. "Come home. Sarah misses you." Back at the house the next day, with an electrician, we found nothing. No hacks, no malfunctions. But in the attic, tucked away, an old photo album from the previous owners. Flipping through, there she was. Sarah, the wife who'd lived here before. Pregnant, smiling. Notes in the margins. "Mark left me." The house heard it all. Emily gasped. "Your name's Mark too? Coincidence, right?" But the final page, a newspaper clipping. Sarah had miscarried after a fight, alone in the house. She vanished shortly after. The electrician muttered about bad wiring and left. We decided to sell. But as we packed, home whispered one last time, "The baby will be fine, as long as you stay." We moved out that week. New place, no smart tech. Emily's pregnancy is going well, but sometimes, late at night, I swear I hear echoes, not from devices, but in my head. What if the house wasn't glitchy? What if it was remembering or warning? And Sarah, who was she really waiting for? Subscribe for more chilling tales.